Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends. And remember, no matter who you are valid. It is a windy day out there. And I was outside because I did a lot this morning. And it has been both blue skies, sunny and warm, and gray skies, cloudy and damp, and windy at both times, and quite chill. Ooh, in the middle of being warm from the sun. Where the Veterans Village is and where Walmart is, because I walked to Walmart, because we're on sort of a plateau, downtown Shelton is in a valley and southern Shelton is in mountainous areas. Northern Shelton, where I live now, is flat. And when you're on the road that goes to Walmart, and the road to Walmart, it's long, it goes way past Walmart in both directions, there is a chill, bitter wind that blows hard right into you when you walk on that road. So thumbs up for that. Now I wear like another shirt and then this when I go out at nighttime, and I have my sleeves like this because if I wear more I'm gonna be too hot, but if I wear too less I'm gonna freeze. And even at this, if I cover up both of my forearms I'll be too hot. If I uncover both of my forearms I'll be too cold. So I have to look like I'm kind of unstable to be comfortable, you know, with one arm like this and one arm not. So thumbs up for that. I'm bonking into my fan down here. Yay! It's a big old box fan. There's some things I want to talk about, some things I forget because, hey, ADD. I've got the ADD part of ADHD. I have attention deficit hyperactive disorder, but mine is specifically attention deficit disorder. My sister has the ADHD, the hyperactive part. She can't sit still. I just can't focus. I'm Squirrel with everything. So thumbs up for that. It's also hard to sit still at times, but I am more comfortable sitting still by myself in a room like this for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, whereas that would drive my sister crazy. So thumbs up for that. There were some other things I wanted to mention. Hopefully I'll be able to remember them because looking over at my list again, the one thing I wanted to talk about, there is a huge difference. I've mentioned it before, but there is a huge difference in some of the mechanics, but largely the dungeons themselves in A Torch in the Darkness, or A Torch in the Dark. The big thing about it, the change, is that in 1.1, if you die, you can be resurrected. It is your choice. When I did the reading of Brada, the Twice Betrayed, yesterday from the game A Torch in the Dark, you, as your character, are also accompanied by the ghost of Brada. And the ghost of Brada is the one that gives you, before each dungeon there's a big wall of text, not a wall, a couple paragraphs, and that is from Brada to you. Brada is accompanied to you. But in 1.1, if you die, Brada can resurrect you. You have 6 corruption points that you can gain. If you hit 6, you have become fully corrupted and you're no longer a player character. You're an NPC now. You failed. And of course, this is a game that actually technically doesn't have hit points, because when you're fighting, you don't fail in that a hit point fashion. You can take afflictions or you can take corruption, but you don't actually take physical whack with a sword, you bleed to death sort of damage. You get corruption and stress. You can go to town and you can try to roll, risk it, to get rid of some of your corruption, to get rid of some of your stress, to get rid of some of these things to get better. What drove me crazy in 1.1 is taking a consequence. You can take a point of stress. In 2.2, that rule is gone. I couldn't find any rules that said you take stress. But I found the rules for getting rid of stress. So, On itch.io, they have a whole bunch of publishers pages for people to not only through drive-through RPG sell their stuff, you can sell it through the one I just said. I've already forgotten which one it was. Gosh darn it. But it's a separate one where you can buy them there. Itch. And so on Itch, I asked the guy, hey, is there a rule for this? In 1.1 you did, but I cannot find it in 2.2. In the middle of the combat stuff, now in 2.2 there is one line that says you can do lots of things to add a die onto your pool when you're rolling it trying to get a number. One of those is add an extra die, take a point of stress. You get 6 points of stress, 1 point of corruption, take away all that stress. Buried in the middle of that. And of course, I was wrong about the rolls when you're making a roll for the dice. You do roll the d6, but it's a 6 is a success. A 4 and a 5 is a partial success, and a 1, 2, or 3 is a failure. Now, if you have no applicable skill, you can still roll 2d6, but you got to take the lowest roll, and you're still trying to hit a 6. So the more dice you have, the better you do. And of course, if you succeed, you don't get experience points. Only if you get a partial success, I believe, do you get a point of experience. Because if you succeed at something, you're only proving to yourself that you are competent enough to do it. You're not learning anything from being able to actually do it. You're just doing it. Whereas if you do it and fail, almost, but still do it, you're still figuring out, well, let's try it this way. Well, that worked, but not very well, until you get to the point from learning that, bingo, you are success, until failure is uncommon. You're not learning anymore from succeeding, but those partial successes, you learn. When you get as many experience points as you have skills, you can add another skill or modify an existing skill. So thumbs up on that. Yay! And yes, I want to do this like hopefully today or tomorrow, because I still want to do more Fallout New Vegas. I don't just want to stop doing that, because oh my gosh, I've done that all my life and I'm actually doing so well right now. I don't want to stop. So yeah, I got to keep doing Fallout New Vegas Dead Money, and we're going to do that one, and then I'll start the other DLCs once I've managed to do that one. Of course, my character killed Mr. House in the main game, because he was not only clinging to the past, but was going to try and use the stuff from the past to press forward into the future, using that as a template for the new beginning. But my character looks at the world as it is, and it was the old world that brought us to this. Clinging to the old world is death. So if you're trying to bring the old world back, you've just signed a death warrant. That is why House had to die. Other leaders that aren't clinging to the past, making the new thing, that's okay. Using technology to survive is okay. Trying to use the past to impress the past and then use that to go into the future, oh, I got knuckle dusters that want to talk to you. So yeah, in Dead Money, as soon as that Father Elijah fellow said that he's going to be using stuff from the past, the old world, and then bring it to the future, the present, he signed his death warrant. And yeah, right now my character does uppercuts with a bear trap hooked onto her wrist. So not only do you get the knowledge of the smack, but you got that bear trap clapping on you. Yeah, he signed his death warrant. He signed his death warrant. So thumbs up for that. Past that, I don't really have a whole lot. I have been not doing a ton because of stress. I want to talk about this one though, because I have turned into I can't use the word because demonetization, but I have turned into a total rice, not a gourmet, because that's appreciation, more a gourmand, where you appreciate it in volume, rather than quality. But yesterday, I made up 3 cups of brown jasmine rice, and when I put the rice into the cooker and I put in the water, I added a couple splashes of soy and a couple splashes of Tabasco. Not enough that you would be able to taste it, but those ingredients would sink in, and then it would be a background addition to the main flavor. When I opened it up so that I could add the other spices to it, I wish my nose had worked when I was younger. I don't know why. I have had chronic sinusitis my whole life, which might be the answer there. I have barely been able to breathe, let alone smell anything. I have been a mouth breather my whole life because if I try to breathe through my nose 90% of the time, I'm gonna suffocate and die. It's just, I can't get enough air. So being able to smell stuff has been new. Only since really the year 2000 has my sniffer been starting to work. And then now it's really started to work because when I opened up that rice cooker, oh my God, just brown jasmine rice with a little bit of soy and Tabasco, it smelled incredible. Oh my God. So I added some thyme, rosemary, and that basil, again, I could Google it. You notice I haven't. And those 3 ingredients added to the water, well, yeah, to let all that bubble and cook in there. I want to eat rice all the frickin' time now. I mean, literally, I just want to have rice for every meal, which I've got to eat other stuff, which is why I take rice with all of those spices and then I put chili on it, unless I just want rice. But, oh boy, I got rice with absolutely everything. I eat rice at least twice a day, sometimes 3. So I am a total rice maniac here. I want to use the word SLUT, but if I do that, I'm going to get demonetized. So, but I am a total rice now, so thumbs up for that. I do like to eat other things. It's just there are limits to what I can without, if I chew things that are too hard, I broke these already. They have only been partially repaired. So they could break again at any time. And if they do that, I don't have any money to fix them. So I gotta make sure to eat the softest stuff I can. Rice yeah. I do eat corn chips very, very carefully. No, like if I had real teeth, it's like just slowly breaking into pieces. So, yay. But past that, I have not been doing much as stated. I've been going out for walkies when I can, but the weather's been, and when it's too rainy, I tend to stay in. If this place was a little bit bigger, which is a good thing it's as small as it is, I would probably not go out like I used to do when I lived in the other house, when there was just a bedroom that was my office. So it's a good thing that this place is small enough that I feel claustrophobic and can't stay in here all the time. Or I probably would, and that's bad. I need to be out, if not interacting with people, at least being around people. As a side note, for the few times this week that I've gone in to talk to my case managers, I walk quietly. Way ages back, I stopped walking clop, 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 slamming your heels down and then going off your foot that way. I have either come down more on the side and then rolled so that it didn't make noise, or instead of coming down whap, I come down, instead of here, more on this part and then gentle walk. It takes time to do that, but once you do it, you walk pretty much silently. And I have been startling people for years because I'll walk up and you don't hear me in the midst of people making noise, and then you look up and there I am. I like walking quietly. Now there are times I do have shoes and have had shoes where it's fun to walk and clop, just to slam those heels down to make a crisp, sharp sound, a good knock. My neurodiverse brain does enjoy that, which is another quick aside. My neurodiverse brain really likes things like tap dance. If you can tap, that stuff is incredible. So thumbs up for that. But anyway, I have forgotten that I have my wash in the dryers out there in the community center. They've been in there for a few hours. I need to go and put my wash into the dryers before somebody goes in and does bad stuff. So if you're a patron, thumbs up and thank you. It is appreciated to no end. You keep me from being a badly hurting monkey. When I can, I'll be putting your names up here, but until I can, you are beautiful and awesome. For everybody that leaves me comments, I try to answer them as best I can. I've been doing pretty good with my nerve compression today. You've been seeing me waving my arms around. It's not sparkling yet, so that's a good thing. I've been answering more comments. Yay! But I'm doing my very best. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very good thing. I'm kind of rushing because I remembered my laundry. I got to go grab a handful of quarters and put my stuff in there, and hopefully it hasn't been tossed out anywhere else. So, yay. So you take care, and I'm going to rush off and do that.